Hi guys, Tony from Kairos. Today I'm going to show you how to reset the service light on a 2006 Passat, Volkswagen Passat. This is a 2005 to 2011 model. I think it's a B6. What you first want to do is we're going to change the rear brakes. First you have to make sure that the handbrake is off. So the push button in here, if you put your foot in the pedal, the ignition on, and press that until it releases, and switch the ignition off, the light will stay off and then you know it's disengaged. Okay, make sure that the vehicle is either in gear or wheel chocks in place to stop it rolling before you do this. Now come to the rear of the car. I've already jacked it up and taken the wheel off. Okay, and first and foremost what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to remove the caliper. Now this is a simple procedure. Because the caliper, the handbrake's off, the disc will be free to spin. If this isn't the case, there's a possibility you've still got the handbrake on and you'll have to go back in and reset it. Okay, so in here you'll find a 13 spanner, or 13 nut, sorry. You remove that nut at the bottom and the top. If the internal part of the caliper spins, you put a wee 15 spanner in here, hold that in place and then release the 13s. I'm going to go ahead and do that and then come back to you. Okay, so just removing the last 13 bolt, set down to one side. What you now want to do is take a screwdriver and prise in and remove the caliper. Okay. Now, once the caliper is removed, normally on a standard caliper we'd use a special tool to wind the piston back in, but because the motor is holding and locking this piston in place, what you have to do is you have to first remove the motor. Okay, so on the back of the motor here you'll find a thorax here, and on the far side down in here. Okay, get a better picture of that. These are 30 thoraxes or T30s. What you need to do is you need to remove both them. Okay, and then the motor itself is it's on a rubber seal in here. Give it a wee wiggle and it'll pop off. Okay, so I'm going to take these two 30 thoraxes out and I'll come back. Okay, so remove this bolt here, and then with a bit of a wiggle you should be able to free this off. So once you wiggle that free, there's the motor. Okay, that'll come off. Alright, you set that to one side, and then what you need to do is at the back of the caliper here, clear all this corrosion off. The back of the caliper in here, okay, there is a 30 thorax. Put a light in there. Sorry about this camera mode. You see a 30 thorax, 40 thorax, sorry. What you want to do is you want to screw this in clockwise. Okay. And this little right should go with your fingers. Okay. Keep turning it clockwise. Until it stops. Okay. Once you've done that, you'll have wound the mechanical motor arm out of the road, and what you'll be left with is a simple case of pushing the piston back with either a wind back tool or a pair of pliers, water pump pliers or something, or a couple of pry bars. The piston just goes back like a standard front caliper. So as I say, once this is turned in clockwise all the way, the caliper can be simply wound back into position using the wind back tool. Just go until it stops. As I say, you can put 2 bars in here and lever it back. You just need some sort of pressure moving the piston back into the caliper, and it'll work through hydraulic fluid then, because you've released the mechanical mechanism which holds the motor on. At that point, it's a simple case of taking the tool off, refitting the motor. You may have to mess about with the motor a wee bit just to get it located. Obviously there are spline teeth in the motor there, so just wiggle it left and right until it lines up, and eventually you should get it sorted. And once that's lined up, take the two Torxes, replace your pads, clean these gauge, make sure your pads are free to slide in here, put a wee bit of copper slip on the back of the brake pad, just a bit more than that, and a wee bit on the tips along here where they're running on. That'll stop the brake squealing for you, and just set them back in, and then rebuild the caliper as you remove it. Once you start, or before you start the vehicle, to reset the calipers, all you want to do is just pump the pedal slowly. Give it 2 or 3 pumps, you'll feel it very soft, and then it'll eventually go hard. Once it goes hard, you can switch the vehicle on and use the handbrake as normal. You may find that it'll wind for slightly longer than usual, more than you expect if it is your own vehicle. That's okay, that is just the caliper motors resetting themselves. And once that's done, just check that the handbrake's holding, and then go down the road and bed the brakes in as normal. Hope this helps. Sorry about the dodgy camera angles at times, but I'll do my best the next time to get maybe a tripod or something set up. But make sure you like and subscribe and keep watching the videos. Cheers guys.